You know, my least favorite thing to do is sit through a lecture. So understand how I cringe when I feel like I'm getting to a point of lecturing. But this needs to be said. Let's get started. Well, hello, beautiful people. Hello, hello, hello. If you are new to my channel, my name is Marcia, and if you are not new, well, welcome back. First things first, subscribe, likes and comments. You can do all that later. Here is the thing, because you guys make me feel like I'm on a podium sometimes. You can do all things, but your undoing is wanting more for someone than they want for themselves. Some of you are way too invested in someone else's story when you don't even realize that you aren't even going to be one of the main players in it soon enough. Let me show you. And if you don't realize this, by the title, this is your daily reading. No, they're not dated. When you see it is when you see it. Detachment. Crazy how that works, right? Some of you guys are like, well, wait, did you make up the intros afterwards? I never make them up afterwards. Guys, forget, the tarot cards and the oracle cards are great, but some of us are actually psychic and some of us are not. Neither one is better than the other, but detachment. It is seriously time for you to focus on you. You are missing your whole wave, and some of you are about to get a golden opportunity. I need you to take it. I need you to take it. It is going to pain some of you to turn your backs on children, to turn your backs on parents, to turn your backs on friends, to turn your backs on partners, but you need to focus on you. Soon enough, you will see a shift. You will see a split. Most times, the crazy thing is, the people that we try to help are the ones that remove themselves from our lives. Why? Because you're so overbearing. Why? Because you're so nosy. Why? Because you meddle so much. We are all guilty of it. Every single one of us that is watching this, and I'm speaking this, is guilty of this. Let's go. If you want to show true love, and you can only show true love for others if you show it for yourself. And showing it for yourself is not sitting here and latching onto someone and making them do what you feel is good. Making them do what you feel is best for their lives. Yes, I know some of you have set through interventions. Some of you have given unto ultimatums. And how did that work out? Now, for those of you that say, oh, Marcia, worked out perfectly, I'll give you about 4 days and we'll show you. The 5th day, you'll definitely see. I'll show you just how great that ultimatum worked out. Let's throw some cards out there. This, just telling you, you guys, I don't want this to be your undoing. I don't want this to be your undoing. And for some of you, you have a nasty habit of consistently allowing people to borrow from you, and you don't have it like that. Queen of Wands in reverse shows that someone is trying to back you into a corner. You need to learn how to say no. The Magician in reverse shows that they are going to use every form of manipulation possible. They will tug on your heartstrings. And let me just tell you this, for some of you, they're not doing anything that you haven't done to someone else or done to others, okay? I know some of us try to glaze over our past, and pasts are not pretty, but pasts are a stepping stone for us to move and have an amazing life from. I'm just gonna put that out there. We got the King of Cups in reverse and the 6 of Wands. For some of you, people tether themselves to you and they play and act like they love you. They act like they adore you. They act like they need you. And really, they just want from you. They want from you. And some of you are just pouring into a person's cup, pouring in, and not filling yours back up. You have no one that you can turn to. You have no one that will do for you as you will do for others. And that's every bit of your fault. I know this shouldn't be an accountability thing again, but you all, we are all about changing lives. We are all about uplifting each other. And I will not let your crown go left, right, or fall on the ground if I can see it and I can say, hey, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. This is what you kind of might want to look at in order to change your life. This person uses you. Some of you, this person doesn't have a job. Some of you, this person doesn't have drive. Some of you, this person doesn't have someone that they can call on, and their reason, the reason that they can boost their own ego is because of what you have done or what you have provided to them. They are not self-assured. They look to you for assurance. They don't have that respect factor because they're willing to lie, cheat, steal, manipulate to get what they want. They are very surface level people. Now, enough of them, because they are their own and they are the reason why this card came up. Heck, you are the reason why this card came up. Let's talk more about you. Let's talk more about you. Now, you need to learn how to say no, and you need to learn how to keep your nose in your own business. Why? Because you keep missing the mark. See, some of you are so afraid, 8 of Swords, are so afraid of the fact that you are a failure, so afraid of the fact that your own fall from grace will be exposed, that you try to do your best. The Magician in reverse. There you go. Again, see what I said? You have done everything that this person is doing to you. Some of you have done your absolute best to make sure that there are no traces of your shady, sneaky past. There are no traces of your embarrassing missteps. And guess what? It's always easier to fix someone else's life versus fix your own. That's not cool. That's not cool. All right, beautiful people. Let's see. We've got Temperance in reverse and then 9 of Swords. You know what this is saying? Your life is, listen, your life, you know what you love about the people that you help? You feel like you're at a better standing in life than them. Whether you feel like you look better than them, whether you have a better relationship, whether you can communicate better, whether you have a degree, whether you make more money, whatever it is, you feel like you are better than the people that you're assisting. Like you feel like they're like your little pet projects. But again, you have a lot of secrets. You have a lot of skeletons on your own. And instead of dipping and diving and handling those, you would rather your life just, you know, the people know as much as they need to know about your life on the surface, on your little glass house, and then you go and help everyone else. That is really piss poor. Wow. And then we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. The 10 of Swords in reverse. See, here's the thing. You are so afraid to unpack your mess, and you are so afraid to have others help you unpack your mess. This is totally unbecoming. You don't practice what you preach in your own personal life. You don't. You need to surrender. Surrender to the fact that you don't know it all. And if you don't know what's good for your life, you actually don't know what's good for someone else's. I don't care if they're your own children and you're like, no, they need to do this, that, and the other. You don't know where their story is headed. You can't even fix your own stuff. And you could say, but Marcia, I make this much, but Marcia, I've been married for this amount of time, but Marcia, I have this credit score, but Marcia, I started this and I do this and I'm well respected. So let's talk about your demons. Let's talk about your demons. I'm ready when you are. Some of you are in serious need of shadow reading. Some of you are in serious need of facing things that you just don't want to look dead in the eye. You've got to stop focusing on everyone else and focus on you. You cannot claim to love someone else when you don't love yourself. You cannot claim to be there for someone else when you can't be there for yourself. You are literally jeopardizing your future. You are literally playing a game of Russian roulette with your life. And some of you are like, Marcia, that's a little drastic. No, it's not, because you would prefer to live half than live at full potential. You are actually scared of what that looks like, and you are scared of what it would take to actually just kind of dig through the trenches of your life. Are all your relationships with people good, from past and present? Do you have some hidden debt? Do you have a vice that you don't speak about? What? Let go of everyone else for a moment just for one moment, and focus on you. I need you to do what I say a lot, and that is, oh, beautiful people, I need you to practice a healthy level of selfishness. You deserve it. You deserve that. Selfish isn't actually selfish. When you are taking the time to recoup, when you are taking the time to just organize your thoughts, when you are taking the time to say, is this really what I want? Before you are a spouse, before you are a parent, before you are a business owner, before you're an employee, you are you. And in order to succeed in any of those positions and really succeed, you got to make sure you're right. All right? All right, beautiful people? Okay? That was your daily reading. And I'm going to leave it at that. The date is whatever day you watch this. If you enjoyed this reading, I would love it if you subscribe, like, comment, share this message if you need to, if you feel inclined to. Until next time, have a good one.